Hello friends, I am Dr. Srinidhi. From the past couple of days, we have been witnessing Chinese aggression in Ladakh sector of India, and they have been claiming stake to the entire Pangong Tso Lake. Friends, we have to understand that there is a natural bifurcation on the Pangong Tso Lake. If you look at the lake from the Indian side of the LAC, we can see a green color partition, a green color line. If you look at the lake from the Chinese side of the LAC, we can see a blue color line. But what China is trying to say is both of these lines belongs to us. In reality, it never belonged to them. But why is China trying to do such a thing and is taking such a risk with a country like India, where it has about $52 billion of trade balance in its favor? There are three main reasons for this. The first of them is Hong Kong. Friends, we know that Hong Kong is a tourist destination, travel paradise, but the relationship between China and Hong Kong is far more than anybody's imagination. It is very, very complex. It involves politics, it involves trade, economics, law, and more. It mainly involves the people of Hong Kong, who are known as the Hong Kongers. They, for years, have been living under the influence of the British rule, and they are in no mood to come under the direct administrative control of the People's Republic of China. Friends, Hong Kong always has remained as a special administrative region controlled by the People's Republic of China, or the PRC. It has always been characterized by less restrictive trade practices, less taxation, less government interference, and always has been known as a society where socialism and capitalism has coexisted. But what is India's interest in Hong Kong, and why is China upset with India? Friends, we have to know that India abrogated Article 370 in August 2019. Article 370 provided a special status to Jammu and Kashmir. Similarly, Hong Kong also enjoyed its special autonomy, but was under the influence, under the control of the PRC. India always has remained as a third largest exporter for Hong Kong after United States and China. Similarly, Hong Kong is the third largest exporter for India after United States and UAE. The trade between India and Hong Kong is in the region of $37 to $40 billion. And moreover, Hong Kong has been the 12th largest FDI provider over the years for India. A replication of Article 370 abrogation by China in Hong Kong would mean to say that Hong Kong comes directly under the control of the People's Republic of China and the Communist Party of China, which means to say it is no longer entitled with less restrictive trade practices, less taxation, and is subject to more conservative and restrictive trade practices that is being followed in mainland China. Clearly, this is not in the interest of India, and clearly Hong Kong is not Kashmir. Apart from India, this is not in the interest of other global powers as well. So India doesn't want this to happen, and China is clearly upset with India for this very fact. The second most important reason is the spread of coronavirus across the world. Although the virus was limited to China in the initial days, now it has found its presence in almost all possible countries of the world. Till date, about 9 million people have been affected across the globe, and 450,000 people have succumbed to the virus. There is a huge anti-China sentiment raging across the global community, and it is becoming increasingly evident that China can only be a bully and it cannot be a global superpower or a responsible superpower. On the other hand, India's support in terms of pledging millions of dollars of economic resources and providing support in terms of HCQ tablets to the Western countries have been highly appreciated by the global community. What this would mean is increase India's chances of getting a permanent seat on the UN Security Council and undermine China's ability to influence the global community as a superpower or a major global player. Clearly, China does not want India to take advantage of the situation. The third most important reason is more than 1,000 companies have prepared an exit plan from China to different countries of the world. And clearly, India will want a share of the bread. So India is trying to prioritize different companies, maybe in medical supplies, leather manufacturing, and about other 600 different products. And India is trying to give them incentives to come here and freely operate in this country. This is clearly frustrating China. They do not want India to take advantage of the situation and offer them a space in India at the cost of leaving China. Putting all these things in perspective, this would yield trillions of dollars losses for the Chinese economy, and it would mean that the Chinese economy would shrink at least by about 10%. On the other hand, India's economy will grow exponentially, and the goal of $5 trillion economy as announced by the Prime Minister will be a reality soon. If China now bullies India and India yields to the pressure like other smaller countries like Taiwan or Vietnam, then China can go out there in the world and tell that, look, you are not safe in India. India cannot protect your interests. So you better don't leave China. So as citizens of India, what can we do to make China pay? First and foremost, we have to stand firm. We have to stand firm with our army who are facing barbs, stones, iron rods from the Chinese. Also, we have an added responsibility on our shoulders to throw the Chinese out of our daily lives. Friends, we have Chinese everywhere in our life, right from the time we get up in the morning to the time we hit the bed again. We have them on every possible e-commerce platform. Name it like Big Basket, Swiggy, Ola, Make My Trip, Paytm Mall, Udaan, Zomato. You name the application, they are there. Recently, we could see that there was huge Chinese investments in Flipkart, Hike, Dream11, Snapdeal. We have to ensure that we don't use these applications and we support the call of Atmanirbhar Bharat that is given by our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. If we take this pledge of supporting Make in India, supporting the products that are manufacturing in India or manufactured in India, support our local manufacturers and become Atmanirbhar or self-sufficient, self-reliant, that is when we make China pay, and that is when we actually become a global superpower. Friends, if you like my video, I would request you to hit the like button and please share the video. Jai Hind.